Vern, explain to us what's happening.
Stephen took me to what was once the home of Laugh-O-Gram Studios, where Walt Disney had his first business. It's now called Rape Corner and full of horrible things that, like a nice church on the corner.
And how long was this Laugh-O-Gram Studios in business for?
11 months, because they got an $11,000 contract and we're only ever paid the $100 down payment.
But it was $11,100.
Okay. We're headed to Walt Disney's hometown museum, and we're going to see a replica of his barn and a replica of a tree and the original Coca-Cola sign.
Okay. I didn't know that was part of the agenda.
Oh, it's in Marsley.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I'm just the chauffeur.
Yeah, that's right. Goodbye. Rip-off song.
Vern, what are we doing?
We're listening to radio jingles from WJJD Chicago. AM 1160.
For how many minutes?
Well, it's a 12-minute YouTube video. We're only 2 minutes in.
It's the hottest brand in town. WJJD
1160.
Oh, the pink room would be the best one. So well, that's where we'll stay then. So that was always her claim to fame. Walt Disney and his wife Lily slept in her bed. It was a delight for them to come. And I never felt like I had to pretend at the first visit, because he was real, and at this time he was. It was a great experience.
All right.
We've made it.
We've made it. We are in the Walt Disney Boyhood Hometown Museum.
We just met Inez, who gave us a little tour and told us all about how this came to be. The museum's been open for 20 years, and all of the items were donated by Walt's little sister, Ruth, when she died 25 years ago. So we're going to take a look and see what they have. These are radio-controlled jungle cruise boats, and they used to be at the Disneyland Hotel that you could control and kind of race people in them. That's fun. Midget Autotopia car, and these were donated. Where here in Marceline, they had a track where you can see some photos. Kids got to drive like Autotopia at Disneyland.
And why is this especially connected to you, Vern? We have just left the Walt Disney Family Boyhood Hometown Museum, and we had a great time and met Inez Johnson, who her family still owns the Walt Disney Boyhood Home, and she gave us a personal tour of the museum. And now Vern is going out to see her hometown attraction of Midget Autotopia. Inspirational.
All right, so before we got here, I told Stephen about this Coca-Cola sign, and now we've seen and heard about it, which this is on Main Street here, and is what inspired the looks that we see in the park. And Coca-Cola sent folks out to restore it because it all of a sudden became visible again after building having been burnt down. So we're very excited to see the real thing in a few minutes. Walt Disney premiered a film here at this theater, and now it just sits here empty with a creepy Goofy plush in the ticket taker window. And Gorsh, has he seen better days?
At this point in the trip, Vern has become so lazy that she won't even get out of the car. We are now actually at Walt Disney's boyhood home. And as you can see, this is what's happening. She refuses to move. Okay, we have now made it to one of the most historic sites in America, a home of the Disney family farm. And more importantly, Vern will finally get to share her dreams at the Dreaming Tree.
I'd like you to point to these on the ground on the left.
We are trying to get there.
Very slowly. This is what's left of the Dreaming Tree. Your dreams have been crushed. So we are now at Walt's barn. It is not the original, but it looks like the original because it was built in the year 2001 from the same blueprints that Walt had created for his Holmby Hills home version of this, which I think was the Carolwood Pacific one, right? That we saw in somewhere in California. So you can sign anywhere that you'd like except the windows because they clean them. happening here is, yeah. Steven's trying to get up to the rafters because that's what happens.
Feel the history all around you right here in Marceline.
You sure can, Steven.
A lot of the items in this park have been donated by people. That large rock you see behind Vern's head was donated by a man named Chester the Molester.
And up here ahead, his fountain was donated by his cousin, Herbert the Pervert. We're headed to Walt's Hometown Museum, where we will be seeing the hometown of his. Okay, this is our update from the road. We are headed to Marceline, to Walt's Hometown Museum, and it's really bouncy.
Now you'll notice the police and fire. Vern has just taken me to authentic Gates Barbecue here, Kansas City.
And someone was shot while we were eating dinner. We don't know what happens and we think we're stuck inside the perimeter.